Lymphoma is a very complicated disease, and there's tons of stuff on the internet, and Googling it can be more harmful than it can be helpful. So I would ask your doctor about where to actually find information.
I would say, if you're newly diagnosed, you'd very well be overwhelmed with the news. But don't feel alone. Don't feel that you have to go through it alone. Don't feel that you have to suffer alone in silence. Be open to sharing your experience with other people, because through that you could help yourself and you could also help others.
Use your time wisely. Educate yourself, learn about the disease. Hiding from it's not going to change the disease, so learn about it. Use your time. You want to be able to advocate for yourself. You want to be able to ask the oncologist your questions, and you can only do that if you really understand what you have. So try and get past the initial fear. We all have that. Try and get past that and really educate yourself.
With brain fog, I had to make sure I took things one at a time. I didn't try to multitask too much because I needed to be able to handle one task at a time. I wrote things down a lot. I asked people to help me remember things.
Persistence. Try as many complementary therapies as necessary to try and find out what works for you. Try not to be discouraged, although when you're having severe pain, it's very difficult. Keep plugging on until you find something that works or works to some extent.
Everybody's different, so what I may have endured would be different from you, and I would say there's no rule book to fighting the disease. Whatever you feel you need or will work for you, you should do.
One question would be, what can I do to help myself? And you might have to answer that one yourself. All I can say generally is if you have questions, ask. Don't think they're silly. Don't think they've heard them 1,000 times, and yes, they probably have, but you haven't heard the answer 1,000 times. So don't hesitate. If you have a question, ask. And if you don't like the answer you get from one person, go ask the next person, and keep going until you get the answer you need.
They should be asking about potential side effects of chemotherapy and radiation, long-term side effects of those things as well. Patients my age should be asking about fertility, because that's something that gets overlooked in the 20s and 30s population.
For me, what I didn't have or didn't take use of was the resources that were available. So I would reach out to my healthcare team and ask if there are any resources that are readily available for me within my area, or people that I could talk to that are the same age. And that's something that I'd pass on.
I was an avid blogger during treatment, so it really helped me sort of sort my thoughts out. So when I wrote a blog entry, which somehow managed to get read everywhere, by just writing things out, I could sort through what the day was like or what I was feeling and sort of come to some conclusion at the end of the day. So it really helped me process the whole experience as I was going along.
Learning about my disease has been incredibly beneficial. I'm the type of personality that I want to know. I'll deal with it, but I want to know.
Having a positive mindset, taking it day by day, believing in myself, having a good network of family and friends with me to support me, and also not feeling that I have to suffer in silence, and that I could speak out and share my experience and help others, and it also helps me by doing that. It could be just as difficult as a journey for them as it is for you, and so I would say try to keep positive for the patient, and also lend any support that you can, and be open with how you're coping with respect to helping your patient, because it's not easy.
Be flexible. Be flexible. Be receptive if your loved one says that they need something. It might not make any sense to you, but try and help them out. If they don't ask for anything, some people aren't good at asking for help. Offer. Even if they say no 1,000 times, Just offer little things. Sometimes just little things are important.
What you think we need may not be what we need at the time, and that can cause conflict. So listen, see what is needed, see what's necessary, see what the patient is saying, and be aware of what you're feeling and be okay with that.